to, first acknowledge that you are in day 3. You made it to day 3. You are committed in this journey of discovering your path. That's awesome. And also, I want you to reflect on the last 24 hours. Are you able to hear me, Hisham? Am I audible? Did I lose you guys for a second then?
Yes, I think there was some connection issue.
Okay, let's see if that continues. I can restart my router. So, but welcome to day 2. I'm glad you made it. You made time on your Sunday to discover your purpose. Please turn on your videos so that I can see your faces, I can see your reactions as well as the teaching goes on, okay? Am I audible, Hisham? Any issues, just let me know.
Sure.
So far, so good, right? Okay, cool. I think I lost you again, right? Let me read.
Yes, there is. Yeah, that'll be better. There are some connection issues, it seems.
Let me restart my router, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes, okay?
So while Shri is rebooting, I think in the chat window so that we know that we can start.
Okay, I hope it will be better now. Let's see. All right, let's start. So today I wanted to check in with you guys on the aspect of us, facing the pain. How was your last 24 hours with that? Anybody want to go? I think it's in on and off. Is it better now, Hisham? I think my only reference point is you because you have your video on. All right. Is this better, guys? Can you hear me? Is this better, Hisham?
Yeah, the video is lagging, but I'm able to hear you.
Okay. All right. Let's start. All right. I hope you took 3 deep breaths and we can begin today's session with a reflection on how your yesterday's challenge was around pain, the pain exercise. Can anybody share? It should be better, guys, now. Are you able to hear me? I tried with my phone now, phone data. Let's see if this works. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys for confirming that. We'll start. That was a hiccup, but let's take a deep breath. It's okay. Shit happens. You gotta roll with it. All right. So, how was your last 24 hours? Like the one of the action items we took from yesterday was, can you guys accept pain and invite pain into your life, right? So, how was your 24 hours from yesterday? Anybody would like to share? Because we discovered that we avoid pain because it's very hard to face pain and we live purposeless lives, right? Anybody would like to share about any experience around pain? No pain in your lives? That's it?
I will want to share my experience.
Yeah, right, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, pain as in I feel anxious while talking to people. Sometimes, if, for example, if I'm selling something to them, so I
Mm-hmm.
will feel vulnerable. Vulnerable is the word. Okay, or sometimes if someone tells really just rejects my, my offer, or doesn't comply to what I say and gives me back. So over there, I face sort of mental pain. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
or example, even in social media sometimes I post something like, as I'm a aspiring coach now, and I was doing some research, and in that I had put it one post in the social media, and people started commenting like anything. They were really negative and they got triggered, I guess, and they started saying fuck off this and that. So I just landed up in their frame, and like I've just lost my self-esteem, if you can say. So that's what I feel that is pain for me, on a mental, means on a psychological level. So that's my experience.
Got it. So yesterday, I think, Royce, you were not in the call. We talked about how
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
yeah.
purposeless because we want to avoid pain. We want to be in the comfort zone. Okay. So that was the insight from
Correct,
yesterday.
correct.
So one of the mission I
Yeah,
gave
yeah.
for you guys was to face pain. All right. So here is the thing, guys. I can't help you without you taking action. If I tell you that I will solve your life problems, I'm lying. Okay. That is not gonna work because I can't sit here and help 30 odd people. I'm not a magician, right? It's your life. End of the day, you guys have to take the action and create the transformation. So if you don't want to take action, I think it's better you don't even attend the class because it would be just like any other class out there. I'm being very, very honest with you guys. Okay. So if you want to change, if you want transformation, the first step is awareness. In transformation, the first step is you have to be aware of the challenge or your problem. But the second step is action. You have to take action. That's how you kind of imbibe anything you learn in this class. Cool. All right. So any questions about yesterday's exercises that we did? Any comments on that? And Hisham, can you send me the agenda that you sent me on WhatsApp in here? I close my WhatsApp. Just send me a private chat, please. Can you copy paste that from WhatsApp web? Yeah, thanks. So we'll start with the first thing today. I hope you guys gone through the pre-training video. So today we're going to talk about how you can take the first step towards purpose. And the first step towards purpose is figuring out where you are in your life right now. Okay. So remember, we ended with identifying your purpose and your identity, right? Who you want to be. That was a lesson from yesterday. Now today we're going to focus on how you can go from where you are to who you want to be. But you need to know where you are. Like, let's say you want to go to Kashmir, you need to know that you're not in Kashmir right now. You're somewhere else, right? Wherever that is, that's fine. So this is kind of like, you can think of, like current GPS location where you are at, and we have already charted your target, right? But you need to know where you are at right now. So this exercise is about that. It's called the Wheel of Life. And some of you may know it, some of you may not, but this is very, very powerful every time you do it. Okay. So what is the Wheel of Life? So in your life, you have basically 8 core areas, 8 core areas where you usually want to score yourself and how you're doing in that, in those areas. Okay. So we'll start with what you think you are going to score in each area of this life. All right. So I'm going to paste in the chat as well as share in the screen if you guys want. I want you to go ahead and start scoring these 8 areas of your life. All right. So let me share my screen. So today's agenda is Wheel of Life. We'll talk about the example and the first step towards your purpose journey and design a system to actually start living your purpose. All right. So that's the agenda. So we will score these 8 areas, and I already shared in the chat if you want to copy paste that, but let me increase the size here. It's too small. I guess you can't see this, huh? Title, yes. All right, for each area you see on the screen, I want you to scale write on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you would rate in satisfaction. How satisfied are you with this each area of your life? Okay. So start now, and once you rate each area, you don't have to even type the letters, guys. You can type just the numbers, comma. So for example, you would how satisfied, right? So you will type, let's say your health is 6, you would type 6 comma 5 comma career 3, like that. So what is career? Career is your purpose. How satisfied are you with your current career? How aligned are you with that career? Okay, any questions in this exercise? Very important to be aware and do it slowly. Take your time. What is love? Do you have a love life? You have a girlfriend. That's love. I would still count sex under love, but not fully. So if you are having sex, but you don't have a love life, you don't have a proper girlfriend, then I would score it a little low. Family, recreation is fun, adventure, doing travel, stuff like that. Spiritual, mindfulness. Spirituality is mindfulness, being happy with yourself. Social life, what is social life. So wealth is finance, health is health. Cool. Any questions, guys, on what we just talked about? So please share in the chat health, comma, wealth and all that. Okay, somebody else already shared. Again, you don't have to, if you want to, that's fine for your reference, but you can just put 8 comma 3 comma like that also. Yeah, like Mandeep shared. So as you share this, be aware that what are the bottom 2 areas of your life which need a lot of attention. And if somebody is scoring love as 2 and they don't have a girlfriend, it's 0. So Royce, if you don't have a girlfriend, or if you're having sex, then it's probably 2. You can't have a 2 when you don't have any girl in your life. So this is the very important exercise, guys, to face our truth. Whatever your truth is, okay? Stop bullshitting around. Stop scoring 2 when it's actually 0. Stop scoring 9 when it's actually a 1. Recreation is travel, fun, doing adventure, hobbies, doing something you love, relaxing, basically something you do for rejuvenation, vacation, all that. So Don, wealth, you said no job, okay. But are your parents at least supporting you? You're not 0, right? You're not homeless. So at least maybe it's not perfect, but it's at maybe a 2, right? So Ketan shared 5407892, okay. So a lot of zeros at love. It's interesting. A lot of single guys in the room. I guess it's from the pickup communities. We have kind of invited them. So a lot of the single guys showed up. Cool. Okay. So I see Hariharan score very high numbers. Very good. Good for you, man. Sanket, 0 at love. So what are your 2 low, least areas that you want to share? Ramesh, you shared in private chat. If you want to share publicly, it's up to you. I'll leave that up to you. Okay, cool. So what are your two areas where you're struggling? Just be aware of those two areas. Okay. If everybody is done, I'll go to the next step, because uh, love cannot be self-love. Self-love is spirituality. Don't play tricks with yourself. Love is a different area. Spirituality is self-love. So if you want to score high on self-love, then that's spirituality. So this is a challenge, guys. Today you're gonna face truth. You're not gonna like this truth. I'm sorry. Okay, but I will help you see the truth. I will help you work it out and figure out how your purpose fits in your life right now. Okay, cool. Still any questions on this exercise? If you are not done yet, I'll give you 30 more seconds, because very important now to go to the next step, because the next step is gonna just blow your mind. So the next step is, if you remember, I asked you to imagine, a car, right? You imagine you are the car and your purpose is somewhere like Kashmir and you have to drive to Kashmir, correct? So let's say you are like a Lamborghini car, all right? And you are gonna travel to Kashmir. Now, as I said, if you don't have a purpose, you won't have the GPS. So you would be going into the wrong direction. So Akhilesh scored love 0 and recreation at 3, wealth at 2. So wealth is a challenge for him, right? So thanks for sharing and being so honest and upfront, which is good. Some people are, if you see, some people are doing well in one area, some people are doing really bad in another area, right? And Gary, you scored 2. I would challenge that. Are you having sex? So then it is basically, love life is romantic life, right? At some point you are gonna have to score it in the right, spirit, with the right truth in mind. Okay, cool. So once you have done that, we'll come back to our slides for the next step. Okay, I hope everybody has finished that so that we can move on. Cool. All right. So imagine you are the Lamborghini. Are you ready for this? Okay. So you are the Lamborghini and you have to go to the purpose, right? You have to go to purpose. Now, of course, in a travel, right, you need fuel, your car has to operate well and all that. Now imagine, we'll take an example of my client's wheel of life, and your Lamborghini's wheel is like this. Shape of my client's Lamborghini is like this, right? So we can even take an example of an existing person here and chart that, and actually see how their wheel looks like. Okay, so if your wheel looks like this as an example, guys, do you think your Lamborghini will move forward with the shape of the wheel in this shape, this blue line? Anybody? Do you think it will move forward? No, exactly. You'll be stuck. That's what is happening right now. You are wanting all this fancy stuff. You want to pursue purpose. You want to get six-pack abs. You want to become a billionaire. You want to give a TED talk. You want to have a girlfriend. You want to have 3 girls in rotation. All this stuff. But what is actually happening is your life is stuck. You see the core problem here? Okay. So we'll take a live example of someone. We'll take Akhilesh, because Gary has done this exercise before. So we'll take example of Akhilesh and chart that. So Hisham, can you help me with the numbers as I plotted on the graph? Okay. So we'll take a case study, guys, and you can do this in your own time. I will send you the link for the software which easily plots your wheel of life. Okay. So right now it's September, Akhilesh, right? So your numbers are, it's 4 to be, correct me Isham if I'm wrong, 3 0. Are you able to see my screen? 9.
It's kind of small.
Okay, I'll make it big, that's fine. 9 3 5 and 7. How do I make it big? Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, is this better, Isham?
Yes.
All right. So Akhilesh, this is your wheel of life, man. Look at this. It's not even a wheel. It's like an arrow. It's like a pointed arrow, right? It's like a weapon, right? So the idea is you are skewed in extreme areas. Your family life is excellent, but your life is struggling. Pretty much every other area also is struggling. This is a classic example of somebody who's having too much stuff not working in their life. Okay. So if I go back to the previous numbers, my client's numbers, if you see it comparatively, this is an actual client. Comparatively better, but again, there are three areas really very low, right? But I think spirituality is fine for that client. It's not an urgent thing, but you see what I'm saying, right? You want to have a balance. That's the idea, guys. Okay, so coming back to Akhilesh. So, guys, you do this too. As you wrote down your numbers, now write down a 6 month what you would want to do to first get this wheel going. Because if you remember, without the wheel going, your Lamborghini is not going to go anywhere. You can dream all you want, but if you don't have money, you can't move forward. If you don't have health, you can't move forward. If you don't have a healthy romantic life, you can't relax. Make sense? Any questions on this so far? So the next step is to set a goal by March 2021. So we'll do that for Akhilesh. You can do that on your own. And I'll paste this link in the chat if you want to get fancy and do it live. You are most welcome to do that as well. But I wouldn't want you to distract yourself from the lesson, but make sure that you pay attention to this specific task. Okay. So Akhilesh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we'll go to your wheel and say, how can we make this round? Correct? So obviously, if it is wealth is 2, it's not round. Correct? Maybe it has to
Yes,
be
sir.
4. This has to be 4. Obviously, this has to be 4. So on average, everything has to come down, right? So 4,
Uh,
let's keep this 5. Let's say your social life, even if you bring it to 5, and now you have a better thing. Now you have to bring your family life down and maybe add more points here. So this is 5. I'm randomly adding points here, but you get the idea, right? Even if one area is struggling, if you add balance to your life, see how you can round. It's almost like reallocating your attention to different areas. Make sense?
hmm. Yes, sir.
So if you see, your wheel is much round now, the blue versus red. So I turned off the red. You see this, right?
Uh,
It was like this. Now it has become a little rounder. So in 6 months, I'm not saying you can achieve this, but in 6 months, you can come close to this, very close to this. So let's talk about that. So everyone in the room, do the same exercise. What is realistic for you guys? So in the case of Akhilesh, what I would recommend is keep the things which are 4 or above. Okay, so keep it as 5. In fact, even the social life struggles a little bit, it's fine. Make it 5, right? And work on these 2 areas. Love life, obviously, which is low, and career. Okay? And wealth. Because if you work on career, it will. So the next question, guys, is as you look at your wheel of life, so Akhilesh, let's go back to this. This is my recommendation, but you may have better idea, right? So as you go back to these numbers, what is one area? What is one area if you work on it, every other area is automatically fixed? Can you let me know what that area is?
Wealth. Wealth.
Wealth. So if you improve wealth, every other area can automatically increase, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the idea is, guys, that is the hack. You want to focus on one area which can turn around every other area. For some people, it is social life. For some people, it is wealth. For some people, it is health. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far? What's going on? Okay, it's asking me to log in. But so I want everybody to look at their wheel of life and identify what is that one area, if you work on it, will automatically increase other areas of your life. Isham, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I think the diagram may not work, Royce. Thank you for letting me know. That's why I said don't get distracted with the link. But I say put it as just a reminder for you guys. But you understand what I'm saying, everyone? It's important to have that balance in your life before you actually. Okay. So you want to have a balance before your Lamborghini starts doing shit. Okay? Cool. Now, any questions in how to balance that area? Anybody has questions in that area? Yeah, go ahead, Royce. Royce, you had a question?
No, actually, just yeah, means like how do you balance it? That was my question. What is the smallest step you can do so that you can at least balance it off?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we'll take an example. Actually, that's a good point. Let's take an example. I'll take my own example because I think I'll take two examples, one of mine and one of my clients, so that you understand how this can really turn around your life. So when a few years ago, when I was struggling with this and with my business and financially, I was struggling more. In fact, my other areas were fine. Health, relationship, love life was doing fine, but financially, I was struggling a lot, right? So what I've realized is that when I focused on that area for only 40 days to 90 days, and I tried to turn things around. That one area helped me fund other areas, like what Akhilesh is saying, right? So if you focus on that one area, for example, Royce, if you focus on your money game, you can afford to take a girl to a nicer place. You can afford nicer clothes. You can afford to take care of your family. You can afford to travel more. You see how for men, the two core areas are finances and sex life or relationship life. Okay, love life. If you don't have these two sorted out, it's very hard to touch other areas. These are like the basics you have to sort out. So other areas are actually luxury areas like spirituality, recreation. Okay. Okay. I am back on my Wi-Fi actually. I think it switched, but which is good news. Cool. So do you get how important it is to be sorting out those two areas, guys? Any questions so far? It's quite a quiet crowd today. Not sure what's going on. This light is too bright. I'm gonna turn it off. I used this crazy lamp which is hitting my eyes. Okay. I think this is enough, right? In terms of lighting. Yes. Cool. So what happened? So only wealth and love is a hack. What does that? Can you elaborate on that? Can you turn on your audio and ask that question, Don? So wealth and love life are the main core spokes for a man. Okay, that's what I mean. So if you sort out these two, you can slowly build the other areas is what I'm saying. But let's say your health is zero, obviously health takes precedence, and you're like having a problem, like you're bleeding on your leg, then obviously that takes precedence. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's an example of my life. Now I'll take an example of my client's life where every area was fucked up. And some of you guys know him, but I can't take his name. But he was financially very difficult in a big difficulty. and he was homeless at one point. So his not only wealth got screwed up, pretty much every other area followed that. So when he joined the Monkmode challenge, which I do as a class, it's a 21-day class, one of the things we focused on is his wealth. What are some things we can put in place and set goals? And so somebody already guessed his name, but he can focus on that and turn his life around. And he did that in 12 days. I think within 12 days into the challenge, he turned things around. Right? Is my voice cutting out? Hisham, are you able to hear me?
No, I'm able to hear you.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Today, apologies. My Wi-Fi has 50 Mbps, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's tripping right now. Maybe all the apartment guys are using the Wi-Fi at the same time or broadband at the same time. Yeah. I sound like a zombie. Yeah, man, that's a special effect. Cool. Okay, so you understand how it's important. Now you may be thinking, wait, all this is great, but how do I actually do this? How do I turn my life around, especially in these two areas? So this is the exciting part of this training today. I am super excited because this has changed my life, guys. And I'm giving away an important, the video is frozen. I think we need to live with that, Gary. Today is a difficult situation, so we have to kind of go with the flow. I did everything I could with the Wi-Fi. I don't know what else we could do. I'll check it out later for tomorrow's call. Okay. So we talked about, the wheel of life. And now the next question is, how do we set up? So coming back to how do we set up your life so that the first step towards your purpose journey is to fix your wheel of life? Because without that, how are you going to even proceed, right? So what I want you to understand today is the concept of system thinking. Okay, guys. So what is the system thinking? Anybody in the audience? What is system thinking? Okay. No? Nobody? Can you hear me? Chat window, yes or no?
Second. Shri, your voice is on mute.
Thanks. Yeah, next time onwards, I'll use my mobile only just to be safe. But I was asking, what do you know about system thinking? Anybody? Because this is going to change your life, guys. If you apply system thinking, your entire life is going to turn around. I promise you that. So anybody can guess what is system thinking? We'll take an example. Okay. Are you guys sleeping? That's why I said let's turn on the video. So I can see if these people are sleeping. Maybe I should have charged 1 lakh rupees per seat for this, for you to be awake. Okay. The problem with the internet is that now I don't know if you're able to hear me or not. That's another problem, because if you're quiet, I would be concerned that it's actually not working, the video, right? So please do respond in the chat or through audio if you're able to hear me, okay? So what is system thinking? Let's talk about a specific example. Now you see my room, right? You see my room? So there is books. Okay, maybe I'll show you the rest of the room. Just a little bit of tour. All right, so simple room. I have my lighting here, a small bed to sleep, and pretty clean room, right? Having a clean room is a successful system of keeping the room clean. So I've met the goal of having a clean room because of a cleaning system in place. If I don't have a cleaning system in place, imagine what will happen. I clean the room, then I'll do all the bad habits to keep a untidy room. So every time I clean the room, it is not a final outcome, because 2 months 2 weeks later, the room is going to be fucked up. Have you ever felt like you clean the room one day motivated? Yeah, man, I want to have, like you read Jordan Peterson or like Tony Robbins or whoever you follow. You clean the room and then the next day it's again back to normal. Now that's a very specific example where your goal is not to clean the room. Your goal is to have a clean room. And the one thing that will help you have a clean room is systems. Goals are for losers. We talked about it in the pre-training video, right? Goals are for losers, systems are for winners. So this is a very specific example where I have a system. It's my maid, it's me. When I take something, I keep it with there. I dust stuff regularly. I keep my desk clean. I have a place for everything. That keeps my room clean. That's a system. Very simple example, but I hope you understand the difference between why systems are so important. Okay, we'll take one more example, guys. Are you ready for this? Let's say for some odd reason, God comes to you and says, okay, I'll grant you any wish you want. And your number one wish is, I want Kim Kardashian as my girlfriend. I don't care. I want her as my girlfriend, right? Now, if Kim Kardashian is your girlfriend, do you think you can manage that? Do you think you can actually like have a girlfriend, somebody like Kim Kardashian, handle the jealousy, handle the, you know, all the things that come with that? Because you're not ready for that. Your goal is met, but you will lose the goal instantly. Does that make sense? So achieving the goal is not important, guys. Learning the system to achieve the goal is more important. Okay, one more example. The guy who she can turn out neurotic. No, I think you will turn out neurotic because you can't handle that kind of, jealousy, man. Imagine she's a porn star. I mean, she's not a porn star, but she has a porn video. But imagine the amount of attention she'll get when you're on the street, just walking. Do you think you can handle all the guys like literally gawking at your girl and literally chasing her down for autographs? Can you handle that? You don't have the system for that, right? Kanye West can handle that because he's there already. He has the identity and the systems to handle that. Okay, so one last thing. Imagine you're the president of United States. Do you think you can handle that? So the whole idea is goals are not important, guys. Systems are more important. Now, what do I mean by systems? Like I said, with the cleaning thing, with your room, to keep your status or your goal achieved every time, only the thing that will help you is your system. Okay, so ask yourself in these two areas. So we'll come back to the wheel of life. Okay, whatever your wheel of life area was, which was low, okay, go to that. In the case of Akhilesh, it's love life, probably financial life, like he said. If he changed just the wealth aspect, he said that his entire life is going to turn around, right? So, Akhilesh, what if only thing we do is change your wealth from 2 to 6, right? And every other area gets the extra point because you have so much money now. Right? Let's say your 5, 4, 4, 6. There you go, right? It's way better than what you were doing before, right? You see how one area can really help your life. So that's the power of focusing on that one area. So what I encourage you guys to do is fuck every other area. Focus on 2 areas maximum in your life for the next 6 months. And we'll create a plan today, right now, and I'll help you with this plan so that you are clear what to do in the next 6 months to turn your life around and set yourself up for purpose. It may include even living your purpose. It may include even starting your own business. It may include finding that dream job. And I'm here to support you in that goals. Okay? Cool? Any questions before we start designing the process for you? Start designing the system, Phil. All right. So if you remember the pre-training video, we talked about the perfect system of not having a girlfriend. What does that include? The perfect system of not having a girlfriend could include many bad things that you're already doing. Like you have a system right now which is not giving you the results you want. So don't blame the results, blame the system. Okay? So don't blame the result, blame the system. Make sense? So what would be one area, please share in the chat, what would be one area which you think you need to change? We discussed this, that will completely change every other area in your life. Can you share in the chat, please? Because we're going to design a system for each of you guys, and I'm glad there are less people because I can give you guys more attention now because you are less people. Cool. Wealth, a lot of wealth there. Interesting. Health. Okay. Rahul says health. Okay. Wealth and social. Okay. Love. Good. I want to be a billionaire. That's a song. Next. Anybody else? So please do share that area because we're going to design a system right now. This is not going to happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow. This is going to happen right now in this call. So don't be a lazy fucker. Wealth and love, Hariharan. Awesome. What about you, Hisham? Would you like to participate? What is your area that you want to focus on? Raj and Gary and Sanket. I didn't see your answers. Aditya, health and wealth. Okay. So a lot of wealth. I see a lot of wealth. That's interesting. Raj, wealth and love. Good. The two areas that a man needs, wealth and love. Yes. Cool. Anybody else we missed? Okay. Now, what if I told you guys that in 3 to 6 months, okay, this is my promise to you. And if you do this system and you don't achieve the results that you planned for, I will stop coaching people. I will literally stop my business. I'm that confident. I'm not being an asshole. I'm not being, overconfident here. I have seen this time and again, and all my clients have proven me wrong. In the sense they have achieved their goals way early than what they planned. In fact, I was being conservative. But are you willing to put in the work? So it's all on you, man. I can't live your life. Royce is like that sun not providing sunlight. Oh, you're getting too emotional, man. Okay. But you got the idea? Okay. So let's design this. We'll take the common areas. Okay. The common areas are love, wealth, and health. I see that's pretty much it. Right, Hisham? Social, Don, I think you are a 17-year-old guy. I don't know why you speak social. You should be already pretty social. Unless you're considering Corona situation as a problem, I do understand, but it's a temporary problem. Okay, so don't worry about social that much. Focus on the wealth. Cool. So this is a challenge for me. I love this. So now we'll talk about how to design a system for wealth, love. Oh, I may want to use an Excel then. Okay. Okay. So we'll go with the first one, which is, you're able to see my Excel sheet, guys? Yes. Okay, cool. Well, we'll start with the wealth, which is the most famous one of systems. Now, the first question you want to ask yourself, guys, in the area of wealth is, who in my life or in my awareness has achieved the wealth goal I have right now? Okay. So for example, we'll take an example of somebody in the group. Anybody wants to volunteer for the wealth exercise? And we'll go to love and health. We are going to design a system for everyone, guys. I'm going to give you individual feedback, but we'll take one person so that you can mimic the answers. So anybody wants to volunteer for wealth?
I want, sir.
Okay, is that Akhilesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can call me Sri, Akhilesh. Don't make me a
Okay.
sire.
Shri.
Uh, Actually, Sri and Sir are same letters
Same letters.
and written differently.
Okay.
It's just sometimes people who use iPhone, my friends and my clients, they say Sri and it it autocorrects to Sir a lot of the time. It's very annoying. All right, cool. So we'll go with Akhilesh. Okay, guys, this applies to you as well, right? So the first question you want to answer is Siri, yes. Is what is who is one person who has achieved what I already want? Why are we doing this? Because systems can be copied. Systems are easily copied. Have you ever noticed that we copy systems every day without even knowing it? Right? Have you ever played video games where you saw online that, hey, there is a cheat code we can use and there is a hack to play this game this way? That's a system to play that game, right? We copy systems every day. We copy how to brush from our parents. We copy how to walk from our people seeing around. We copy language. That's a system. Language is an entire system. So a system is a group of habits we copy. Same thing for wealth. Who is one person who has achieved what I want? Same thing applies to love. Who is one person who has achieved what I want, who is similar to me? That's an important thing. I think I want to add that here. Who is very similar to me? It could be me, it could be your brother, it could be your co-worker, I don't know. Okay? Who is one person? Are you able to see the screen, guys? I hope you can. If it's too small, let me know. Yeah, there you go. So right now, identify that person. Now, design a system that that person is doing right now. Okay? So, Akhilesh, what is your wealth goal? Let's talk about that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir,
What is your wealth goal, Akhilesh?
wealth goal. सर ने ऐसा कुछ करना है कि जैसे बिना ज्यादा में जो अपना पैसा रहे उससे पैसा बनते जाए बस अपना.
This is a classic thinking of a teenager. Okay, Akhilesh, come to reality, man. See, वो पैसे से पैसा बनाना जब होगा, the it will happen जब आपके पास बहुत पैसा है. Okay, it will not happen when you don't have 1 rupee in your pocket. It will happen when you have lakhs and you can invest and work and take a risk of losing those lakhs of rupees. Okay, but what is your immediate goal in 3 months? Maybe I should specify that. For you to live your purpose, your wheel of life needs to be sorted, right? So 3 months goal, guys. Don't start dreaming like yesterday. We are going to come to reality today. 3 months में क्या करना है आपको, अखिलेश?
सर अब 3 मंथ में नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग में बिजनेस में स्टार्ट करने वाला हूँ अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ में. तो फिर
Okay.
उसमें मुझे लगभग 30,000 का तो भी इनकम कमाना है.
Okay, so your goal is to make 30,000 a month,
Yes,
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Hariharan is just saying he wants to start a business in network marketing and he wants to make 30,000. Now, upfront, I'm telling you, man, Akhilesh, network marketing is a big energy sucker, and I've seen very less people succeed in it, and most of them are fake.
Okay.
So I would be very careful on going into any network marketing. If you really
Sir,
want to, yeah,
Sir,
go ahead.
I'm just trying for it.
Trying for what?
One try. Trying in network marketing.
Yeah, if you don't have to invest any money, invest time. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
But don't invest any money.
No, sir. I'm just investing my time.
Yeah, if you can make 30,000 in 3 months, great. Now, do you know a person who's making 30,000 who's 18 years old? Your age, basically, right?
Sir,
3 months.
my friend who is now 18, she is also in my class, and she is making 20,000 per month.
Okay. And have you
In
seen
what?
the proof that she makes 20,000 a month? Your voice is cutting out, or is it my side? Guys, can you share in the chat? Are you able to hear me? Oops. Hello. Yeah, I think I lost you because of
हाँ
my. Wait,
सर
one. Akhilesh,
उसने मुझे सर मैं ऑडिबल
Yes, Akhilesh, we can hear you. I think Shri is fixing, the network issue on his end.
okay, can you hear me now,
ओके
guys? This is
Yes.
better.
यस सर
Okay. Yeah, Akhilesh, have you seen her check? Like, have you seen 20,000 check in her bank account deposited every month
यस
for the
सर
last?
यस सर
Have you
मैंने
seen
पहले
it?
उसका चेक देखा उसके बाद ही उसके ऊपर भरोसा भरोसा किया उसके बाद ही
एक चेक नहीं, एक चेक से कुछ नहीं होगा. Network marketing is monthly income, right? Have you
हाँ
seen 6 months of checks? Because I have also
हाँ
seen.
सर उसका
I
फॉर
have one check I
फॉर
invested and I lost 40,000 rupees flat out because of the scam.
फॉर सर उसको अभी 2 मंथ होते आ गए उसने 2 मंथ में 20,000 का कमाई किया और उसने मुझे बताया भी और दिखाया भी
Okay,
क्योंकि
so that
उसके यानी पापा नहीं है उसके उसने खुद के पैसों से ही कर रही है जो कर रही है अपने कॉलेज की
can you
फीस भी वो
speak
खुद ही कमा के भर रही है
English because there are people who don't understand Hindi.
सर
Okay.
मेरी इंग्लिश उतनी ज्यादा अच्छी नहीं है
Okay, so then I think uh, make sure that make sure ki you either communicate in English because there are people who can't understand what you're saying. Okay, but you're able to understand what I'm saying, right, Akhilesh? So if you do the maths, right? Are you able to hear me, guys?
Shri, we lost you for a minute just now.
Okay. So if you do the math though, I don't know, guys, today my Wi-Fi is choppy. But yeah, if you do the math, 10K a month is what it comes to. If you make 20K in 2 months, it's actually 10K a month. So it's not even close to what you want to make, Akhilesh.
सर आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग इट एंड व्हेन आई जब मैं वो कर लूंगा ना सर एंड मेहनत करूंगा उससे ज्यादा मेहनत करूंगा मैं अभी कोरोना के कारण वो बाहर वगैरह नहीं निकल पाई इसके कारण ऐसा हो गया
So then set a goal for 10K a month.
हाँ
What I'm
सर
telling you guys is follow the system of somebody who has done it. Don't fall into these traps where you start imagining shit which is not true. Keep asking yourself, is this true? Is this true? Is this true? Okay. So it
हाँ
could be
सर
10K a month, it could be 1 lakh a month. I don't give a shit. That person has to have already done it. I've
हाँ
made more than 1 lakh a month in my coaching business. So I can teach you how to do that, right? But if you come to me and say, Shri, I want to make 10 lakhs per month, I can't teach you. I will say, sorry, I can't do that.
ओके
Sorry, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I can teach you how to get a girl in 40 days. I cannot teach you how to get, Kim Kardashian in 40 days because I'm not done that. So there is a limit to what I can offer because I can only do this, right? I'm a person who has done certain things. I can teach you that. So always when you copy a system, ask yourself, has this person done it? Okay, we'll take one more example because Akhilesh can't speak English. I'm sorry, Akhilesh, but we have to go to the next person. But I hope you got the idea here, right? Okay, Royce, yes. So who's one person who has done this? What is your goal for 3 months? Let's talk about that.
See, basically, if you're saying to be on a realistic way, 1 lakh in 3 months.
Okay, who do you know anybody who has done it who's like you, similar to you?
I think so.
Background,
If you say the visionary, the really amazing guy called Tony Robbins.
Okay, Tony Robbins is not like you, man. This Tony Robbins is no way like you. He's okay, white guy, 55 years old, born in different country, different language. This is the problem, guys. You see how you guys are just not in touch with reality. Most of you guys are not in touch with reality. This tells me also you are doing this shit elsewhere in your life. Sorry, but this is the truth. And if
No,
you
sorry,
think
any.
I'm telling you something wrong, please leave the room because I can't lie to you. That is against my philosophies and my integrity as a coach. I'm here to tell you the truth. So, Roy, stop bullshitting around and set a goal where it is similar to you, a goal which you can achieve in 3 months. Stop fucking around, right? So, what is your goal where you have seen your friend, you have seen your colleague, or you have seen your.
Shri, we lost you for a minute. Can you repeat what you said for the last one?
Yeah, actually, you cannot see your video also.
Yeah, video I've turned out, guys, because of this internet issue. 1 second. Let me try with my phone because it keeps switching back. I'll be back. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, but no video is there.
Yeah. Okay. Let me turn on the video. I guess you want me to
Yeah.
see. You want to see me yell at you guys. That's what okay. I hope this goes well with the phone video, phone data. Okay. So I just recently changed my room also. That's another reason why the router is acting weird. All right. So 1 lakh a month is not realistic.
uh, at least in my current situation is like right now I'm looking to become a spiritual coach, and mostly in a duration of 4 to 6 months, and I am thinking of like at least 1 lakh in a quarter once I become a coach, once I
Yeah.
started full
Who do you
fledgedly.
know who has done that?
Actually I don't know, but I'm not aware about anyone of
It's
any
okay.
coach
If
who
you
has
don't know
done that.
anyone, then we have to create a system for you on your own. You start from scratch. It's like this, right? If nobody has run a mile in in 30 seconds or whatever that
Mm-hmm.
crazy world record is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you create a new system.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you take example of Virat Kohli, he has broken so many records, right? He had to create his own system. He did copy a little bit of Tendulkar, maybe Dhoni, I don't know, but end of the day, he had to excel. So if you set a goal which nobody you know has done it, it's gonna be harder. You're just
Correct.
setting yourself up for failure.
Correct.
Are you okay with that, Royce?
No, no, no.
So then let's set a goal which is realistic, a smart goal. I think which was tomorrow's lesson. We didn't cover that. Specific, measurable, right?
Actually, Sri, one thing is like regarding goal setting. I think so. I have come across many goal setting techniques. Some are saying something, some are saying something, some are saying like it should scare you. Means they are not saying to keep it very realistic. It should scare you and it should make you excited. I have come across a quote in Mind Valley. So they
Uh-huh.
said that your goals should scare you and they should excite you. That so they were saying like to keep a 3 year vision, okay, and then break it down to three chunks like 2 year, 1 year. That
You
way.
see how, Royce, I'm asking you a simple question. You're not able to answer.
Okay.
A simple question is, don't
Yeah.
tell me all this jargon. You are reading.
Hmm.
First of all, I think you should stop reading anything except this goal.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
go on a fucking self-help. What do they call it? Self-help
Free
sobriety. Yeah,
sobriety,
like
self
basically
help.
you're sober from anything. It's like a drug for you now. You are like a
Exactly.
self
Exactly. I've become sort of a addict to self help.
stop that shit, get real, get your life in order first. Your Wheeler's life
Okay.
is fucked up. You are reading Mind Valley. किसका पैसा आ रहा है? Mind Valley का पैसा आ रहा है. Mind Valley is getting rich, not you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Correct. Correct.
So what is the realist, like what is your income right now? Let's maybe talk about that
Um.
on a monthly
Actually,
basis.
currently I'm jobless, and
Okay, so it's zero, right?
But the thing
So
is, like, I invest in shares and all, shares
mhm.
and stocks and all. So their income is like I get like some 10 to 20% on the shares. I invest like 10,000,
What
15,000,
is that
20,000
income per month
per month.
average?
I'm not calculated, but it's a minimum actually, not that
Okay,
much.
then I would call it zero. See, guys, I hope you are finding this useful, even though I'm spending so much time with one person or two person.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm doing this in my life where I'm not in touch with reality. I'm just bullshitting myself. And Royce, you're bullshitting yourself, man. Sorry.
yeah, that's correct.
Sorry to be so blunt, but you're bullshitting yourself. So ask
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah,
guys, are you bullshitting yourself with your goals and where you are right now? You just told me in your wheel of life, Royce, that your wealth is how much? How much did
five,
you say yourself? Five.
five, five.
That's bullshit. It's zero.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry, like that's a reality. Reality is harsh. If you're making less than that much money, it's zero. How can you even score it 5 out of 10?
yeah, yeah.
That's just not living in reality, guys.
Correct.
You scored your love life as 2. Again, you're trying to avoid pain. This, which was a yesterday's lesson. Are you getting this, guys? Akhilesh, Royce, myself included. We are trying to avoid pain. We are trying to avoid the fact that these things, these distractions, are not letting us see the truth. And the truth is painful. The truth is
Yeah,
it's zero. Your
yeah.
wheel of life has 3 zeros. Your tire is punctured from 3 different fucking areas.
Correct.
And jitna bhi, no matter how much air you put in your tire, it's gonna leak because you have fucking zeros, 3 zeros in your wheel of life. I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm just telling you because I was there. I was there when I could not pay my bills. Being,
Yeah.
a guy who used to make 95 lakhs a year, almost 1 crore a year, to a guy who didn't have money to pay my medical bill at the hospital. I had to choose which lab test to take because I didn't have more than 2,000 in my bank account. I'm telling you from
Yes.
experience. I know how that feels. So I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows. So I stopped bullshitting myself long time ago.
Correct.
Okay. So Royce, what I would suggest you is, well, let's talk offline. We spend too much time on you, but here is what I would suggest. Get real, brother. You need to
Mm-hmm.
get real.
Mm-hmm.
I would say even fuck girls for now. If you want to jerk off, jerk off. But you don't get your finances up. I told you, right? The two areas are girls and finances. Which one do
Correct.
you think I would recommend you to focus on first? Girls?
Wealth.
Wealth, yes. If you have money, girls will come. They will chase you down. I'm not saying they're gold diggers. What I'm saying is wealth is attractive, it's status, it's automatic. And anybody who tells you that it's not, that guy is bullshitting you. Any pickup artist or dating coach is telling you, dude, money is not important. You can look like anything you want and girls will fall for you. That's fucking bullshit. You are not RSD Max. You are not fucking Neil Strauss that you can do anything you want and get away with it. You are not at that level yet. Let's be honest. So fix your financial life, guys. If your wealth is zero, fucking stop everything else. That's the bottom line here. Okay. So we'll go to the next person. Okay, I'm a little harsh on you guys today, but I wish somebody told me in this language when I was doing bullshit stuff in my 20s. Nobody did. I'm glad you are here in this call because I can help you not make the mistakes I have made. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough?
yeah. Yeah, it's great to be
Yeah.
honest. That will be really enlightening more.
All right, cool. I think wealth we have covered enough, but I do want to take one person who has a realistic goal who can build a system to show you guys how to do that so that you can learn here. Okay. Does anybody have a smart goal for wealth in the next 3 months?
Yeah, me.
All right, Don, what is it?
First, I don't have a job. The next 3 months, I want to get positioned in a job,
Mhm.
and then I want to create a three income source within 3 months. And within a course of 3 months, by making this three income source, at least I should be able to start making money so that I can reach 1 lakh. It's not I need to reach 1 lakh. At least I want to start making to get there.
So in 3 months, you want to reach 1 lakh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
And
not
you want to do it.
reaching one. It's not reaching 1 lakh. At least the momentum should start on. That's all.
I don't, I don't, I don't want to go into the momentum part. I want you to ask
Yes.
yourself in 3 months, what would be a fucking awesome thing to achieve in 3 months?
1 lakh. Fix it.
1 lakh. Okay. So if you want to go achieve 1 lakh in a new job, it's possible because, if you're into IT, it is definitely possible. What profession are you into right now, Don? Like, what is your major
I,
in college?
I completed computer science engineering.
Okay. So
Uh,
yeah, you can get a high package. That's possible. So who do you know in your circle, coming back to that question, who has done it, who has a 1 lakh package a month?
no, like people I've seen only my seniors like making a 40,000 per month,
Okay, so
not a
so
1 lakh.
know anyone basically, right?
Yeah, one of seniors I've seen them. I've not seen anyone who was like uh making 1 lakh, but yeah, that's it.
So I know a lot of people who make 1 lakh a month starting off freshers. Okay, do you know how they have done it? I'll tell you how. So that is called the system part of the thing, right? So the system is simple. When you apply the system from somebody who has done it, including myself, I make more than 1 lakh in my own job, right? Even though I have more experience, I'm just giving an example. Is you
Okay.
got to start identifying skill sets which will pay you 1 lakh a month.
Hmm.
Simple.
Yeah.
Got this, guys? So we'll
Got.
take a typical IT software engineer, right? Who gets paid 1 lakh. You can find these guys everywhere in this planet, in Bangalore, everywhere. Okay, it's very
Sure.
common. 1 lakh a month. Now, if your goal is smart is SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relative, and
Yeah.
timely. So you want to make 1 lakh a month in 3 months. Now, I think it is specific. It is measurable. It is relevant. It's not relative. Sorry, relevant to your life, and then it is timely because you are saying in 3 months. But is it achievable? I would put a question mark here. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's impossible, Don, but what I'm saying is it's a little on the difficult side. It's very difficult being a
Yeah.
fresher in India.
Hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's impossible. People who go to IIT, people who go to really good schools easily get a 1 lakh package thrown at them like crazy. And considering the current times, 1 lakh a
Hmm.
month is a difficult goal.
Yeah.
So until you find this guy, you can't really, get that job. So I'll give you an example of a client who actually is also having a similar goal like yours to find a job which is 1 lakh or 80,000 a month. You know what he did? He found a guy. He's into business analysis, right? So he found a BA who makes
Okay.
that money, 1 lakh plus a month. Okay, same thing, same goal. Then he went and asked him, bro, what did you do? Simple, right? So the system he gave is simple. He has XYZ on the resume, right? So that's one system. Second thing is he applied X number of jobs every day, right? He attended X mock interviews every day. He then worked on um, X number of 1 hour of on resume every day. If you see
Okay.
this system he followed, and if you follow this system down on a high
Hmm.
level, there is no fucking way you'll not get the result. You may not get the 1 lakh, but you'll get 80,000, maybe even 60, 70,000 easily.
Hmm.
So this
Getting it.
X factor here, the more the X, the faster you get the job. If you make this
Okay.
10, you get it slower. If you make it 50, you get it 5 times faster.
Hmm.
So notice a system is the one to blame, not the results. You cannot blame the result that, hey, I didn't get a job. Why didn't you get a job? Because your system sucks.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm getting it.
So if you apply for 50 jobs a day and if you work on your resume 1 hour every day for the next 90 days, if you have a
Okay.
mentor who can help you and guide you in this job search, right? Who has
Hmm.
the job you want. And if you work on your interview skills, which I did not write in the system, which is what my client is doing, guess
Hmm.
what? You are guaranteed to get that money. You are guaranteed statistically,
Hmm.
it will be impossible for you to not get that money.
Yeah, I'm happy hearing this.
It's statistically impossible, and I given you an open challenge. If you design a system with me today and you follow the system and you did
Okay.
not get the result, I am willing to stop my entire business on that one word.
Okay.
Because I'm so
Hmm.
confident that the system we design will be so practical, so real that if you execute it, the
Hmm.
chances are very high. Again, if there is a fucking world war right now, obviously that doesn't count. But you see what I'm saying?
Huh.
In normal
I'm getting
scenario,
it.
it should work. Now we'll go to the next thing. Okay, I hope that was
So
useful now.
Sri.
Uh-huh.
So if I follow the steps of 4 steps, whatever you showed,
Mhm.
I'll be able to achieve this in 3 months, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you.
And you need to tweak this also. There is a little bit of tweaking required based on your job profession because uh, based on the skill set that you may need to acquire Python skills, you may need to acquire Java skills, and depends on where you are with those skills. There are many factors,
Yes,
right?
Sri. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have this question also. How can you improve a skill within this 3 months course?
Okay, that's a good question. Guys,
Yeah,
if you spend 3 hours every day on a skill, in 30
hmm.
days, you have spent 90 fucking hours in that skill
3 hours.
every day. Every day, weekend, weekday, doesn't matter. 90
Okay.
hours if you did something, man, you gotta be a really dumbass to not learn that skill. Like you gotta be really, your IQ has to be so low, or you have to be
Hmm.
having some mental problem not to be good in that.
Okay. Getting it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
sure.
I'm giving you truth here, raw truths, nothing
Hmm.
else, because this works.
Yeah.
But it is harder to do the 90 hours. I'm not a guy who will tell you I have a shortcut. There is no shortcut. It's harder to do the
True.
90 hours, but I'm here to support you to have the discipline to do the 90 hours.
Yeah. Uh, Absolutely agree with that. Whatever you tell.
Yeah, and it's a lifelong thing. Imagine, guys, it's a lifelong thing. Once you acquire the skill for the 90 hours, it's done. It's lifelong on in your brain stored. Once you learn swimming, you cannot forget swimming, right? I've learned
Yeah.
swimming. If you throw me in the ocean right now, I can swim. Maybe not like 1 kilometer, but maybe a few meters to save myself, right? I'm not be perfect, but I know swimming. It's in my brain. You have learned how to ride a bicycle. Do you think you'll forget now? Suddenly you'll be like, hey, I don't know how to ride a bicycle. No, you don't forget skills. They are there in your brain, right? So somebody is asking how to find a system thinking and process of successful people, for example, a successful coach. I can share that maybe tomorrow because I do want to get to the love because that's very interesting as well. So love system will create for one person who want to volunteer. Okay. Anybody want to volunteer on the love aspect?
Myself.
We'll give one more person a chance, Don. Okay. I think
Okay.
you got let's hear from somebody else who has not spoken. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Anybody want to volunteer to design a system for your love life? Okay. Anybody going once? Or we go to Don. You lost your chance to create a amazing system for your love life. And I'm being,
It's a
I'm again
blessing.
guarantee. Yeah, who was that? Okay, who are the guys who are scored low in love life? Let's go there. Let's see. I don't see the things. Hisham, do you have the chat open? I don't see chat
Yes.
before I'm 9:41 p.m. So I think I missed out because I joined late. Uh, I
Yes,
think
I
I
can see Mandeep as a 2 in love.
okay. I know for a fact Ramesh and Gary and
Ketan,
Ketan, Hisham, Royce. Yes, Royce, you got a chance to speak. Don, you got a chance to speak. So let's give others a chance. Anybody want to volunteer before we go to the people who already got a chance?
Me.
Hariharan? Yeah. Peter, you want to go, man?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Awesome. So, Gary, can you do me a favor? I think you have my dating system, right? Handy in WhatsApp. Can you forward it to in this chat if you can? That'd be awesome. Because if I open WhatsApp, it will just hang everything, and I don't want to do that right now. Is that cool, Gary? I think I sent it in our mastermind group. Just check, okay? Cool. So that will be a literal copy paste of a system which you can use, Ketan. So we'll come to that. Okay, cool. I hope your guys who are having issues in love are listening very carefully. Okay. So, Ketan, what's
Yes.
your 3 month goal, man? I think it's an obvious answer, but I'll check. We know
What?
the answer.
What
What,
my three?
what is your 3 months goal?
Oh, to get a girlfriend.
Awesome. Okay. To get a girlfriend and not just get a girlfriend, get laid with that girlfriend, right? Because some
Yes.
people will get a girlfriend but still be virgins. So I don't understand that, but okay, you know. So Ketan's goal is to get a girlfriend. Oops. Okay. So Ketan, because
Yes.
I've done this myself many times, I can give you my system, but it will not be a perfect system for you because you're young, right?
Yes.
You're what? 18, you're 17,
Yes. I'm 17.
you're 20?
17. 17.
Yeah. Do you know anybody who's similar to you who has a girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, who is that?
My cousin brother.
Okay, so you simply ask him, what is one way he has done it? How did he meet his girlfriend? Was it through his contacts, through his social life, through his school?
I had a girlfriend, but
What happened?
uh, I just dumped him.
Say that again.
Dumped a ditch.
She's a bitch. I don't know what you're
Ditch.
saying.
Ditch. Ditch. I just dumped him since we broke up.
So you broke up with her,
Yes.
and why did you do that?
Because we can't understand each other.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you broke up with your girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay, so don't you think it would be wise to actually fix that rather than breaking up? Did you try fixing it? Like, trying to work things out with her?
Yeah. 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 I tried. I tried, but the same thing. We don't understand each other.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. So here is the thing, Ketan. If you don't fix that issue with that girl, right, you will end up breaking up with the new girl as well. Are you able to hear me, Ketan? Did I say?
Didn't hear the last part.
Yes, we just lost.
Yeah, last part I said was if you don't fix that challenge that you have with the current girl, you will still repeat the same challenge with the new girl. So the point of finding the girlfriend will be, useless because you will go and again break up with the new girl. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think was the reason why you had to
I
break up?
tried to understand her, but she didn't try. Yeah, I'm just telling. I
Mhm.
just tried to each and I just put my each and every single, but she didn't try to understand me.
Again, we can't go too deep into that. And Gary, if you're able to hear me, what I want you to try is if you can search for keywords fights, I think, or keyword photographer in the group chat, you will find it. I sent it for Anirban. I think you will be able to find it as well. But if you can't find it, guys, I'll send my system later on in the call. Um, but are you able to hear me still?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so here is what I'll do for you, Ketan. Okay. I really think that even if you find a girl again, you will end up doing the same shit. So it's like this, right? You had a job, you fucked up the job, right? And now you are saying, I want a new job. What is going to happen? You're going to go fuck up the new job. You understand, Ketan?
Yes, yes.
So we need to first address that, right? So was it like an anger issue or trust issue, jealousy issue?
Trust issue.
Trust. Yeah, so good. Thanks, Gary. You found the system. Okay, so I'll give you a system later, guys. I want to go over that system for you guys, but I want to address this kind of core issues because whatever you do, even if you apply the system, it will not work for you, Ketan, because your specific challenge is this block, trust issues. And any new girl, you will have the same trust issue. Okay?
Okay.
So the way you want to overcome this is by questioning yourself one simple thing, like what caused the trust issue in your relationship with your ex?
Okay.
What was yeah, I'll come. That's a good question, Royce. Even Hisham had the same question. I'll answer that right now. It's a very good question. Yeah. But coming back to Ketan, what was the number one reason why you think there was a trust issue?
Firstly, we was in long distance relationship. Firstly, so I trust her, but she don't trust me that you are just cheating on me.
So there you go, man. Recipe for drama, like long distance
Yes.
relationship. So I was in a long distance relationship, man. It sucked balls. Okay. I would
Yes.
never ever do long distance relationship ever in my life. Fuck that. Even if I'm doing a long distance, I'll keep it open. I can date other people, she can date other people. But I would never do a long distance full time and just be exclusive to her. Make sense? So
Yes.
that's the problem in your system. Everything else was fine. She was long distance. And probably the bigger problem was because you didn't have options locally, which is why men go for long distance. Right? Make sense?
Right. Yes.
I'll give you an example. Let's say I want butterfruit and butterfruit is not in season in India, let's say, right? What do you think I have to do? I have to import it, correct? Butterfruit is avocado for people who don't know. It's a very exotic fruit, very expensive. It's as expensive as meat. Okay. So if I want butterfruit and it's not available in India, I have to go get it from other countries. It's going to be more expensive. That's what you're doing, Ketan. You are importing a girl who's long distance because you don't have the skills, the system, and the skills to get a girl locally. Or maybe your city sucks. The place where you live is too traditional. Who's like it's all like people who don't date and shit like that. Then you're fucked. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
either one of those. So which one is it?
What?
So is it that you don't have the skills, or is it that the city you are in sucks? Which one is it, or is it both?
Sitting.
So you have the skills, you think, but you don't think that the girls over there are open to dating, correct?
Yes, yes.
So which city do you live in, Ketan?
Kanpur.
Kanpur. Where is Kanpur? It's in Maharashtra, right?
No, no, it's in UP.
Oh, okay. There is one more Kanpur. I thought Kanpur is also in Maharashtra. My bad. Uh, okay, so UP, man, UP is so conservative. UP is like the
Yes,
worst state, woman. I think people like you if you do something crazy there, right? Like if you tease someone, they fucking kill you or cut your head off or something like that. I've heard crazy stories about
yes,
it. Is that
yes,
correct?
yes, yes,
Achha,
yes. You're right.
yeah, so sorry to break the news, man. It's like you're telling me like, Sri, I'm in Andaman Nicobar, I want IT job. You're not gonna get IT job. Sorry. It's like that. You living in UP and expecting a girlfriend material is unrealistic. So
Yes.
worry Bastar Bando or go to Delhi. That's all I'll say. Get your
Okay.
finances right. So you see, guys, how this conversation started with, oh, my girl was a bitch or she was doubting me, but the actual problem is he's living in UP. That's it. He can never come out of this loophole unless he changes that. And you cannot move from UP, Ketan, unless you have money, correct? Unless you are independent, you have a job.
Yes.
You see how all this is connected. So actually the problem is not the girl, problem is not UP, it's you not having a career. And you are 17, I totally get that. So what's your plan? You're gonna go for more education or you're planning to work? What's your plan?
Uh, Education about
So get education
important
elsewhere,
education.
not in fucking UP. Like go to Mumbai.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Delhi.
Yeah, these are three options. Good options for you. Kolkata is awesome. I've heard good shit about Kolkata. Girls are awesome there. Okay. So I hope that was useful, Ketan, what we talked about.
Yes.
All right. Royce, coming to you. Royce had a question. So I'm finding it difficult. So his question is, I'm finding it difficult to resonate. How can someone else's system work for me as their system would work for them better, as the challenges would be different and struggles would be different? Agreed. Okay. Good question. I'll ask you one thing, Royce. And please listen, guys who are listening to this, also applies to you. Is imagine you go to the gym and you want to lose weight. Okay, even though you are a different person, you're different height, you're different weight, you are a different ethnicity, maybe in some cases, right? You have different injuries, your different eating habits, you are Gujarati, the trainer is South Indian, doesn't matter, right? There are some things which every fucking person has to do, right? For example, cardio is cardio. There is no like Royce cardio, Sri cardio, there is no different cardio, right? So what I'm saying is when you say copying systems, copy the core principle of that system, not the system as it is if it is not working for you. So push-ups are push-ups. Anywhere in the world, push-ups are push-ups. They are the basics which will keep you fit. So Royce, for your job application, there is no Royce system, Sri system, or this is Ketan system. There is only one system to apply job, have a good resume, apply for jobs. But of course, in the resume, you can bring in your personality, right? In the resume, you say, okay, Royce has done this, he's a piano player, he's a singer, he's an actor, Ketan is this. So there is a specification happening in the resume, but the high level system is the same. Does that answer your question, Royce? And Hisham, if I missed anything, do let me know. I can add here. I think you also had a question on this, right? Are you able to hear me,
Yeah.
guys?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. No, I think that pretty much answered the question.
Awesome. So I'm here to give you the system and tweak it for you guys. But you can't be lazy and say, okay, I don't know, it's not gonna work for me. Let's make it work for you. Let's make it work for you. And I'm guaranteeing you, if you figure out a system and tweak it and follow it, there is no fucking way you'll not see results. There is no way.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
My question is that can we create our uh, system through the help of books?
Yes, you can. Yes, I've done a lot of that myself. For example, for weight loss, I've chosen Tim Ferriss 4-Hour Body. I took a system, changed it a little bit based on Indian diet and all that. Yeah, you can do that. So actually, we'll take an example of a dating system that I have followed A to Z, but you can copy it or change it. I'll leave it up to you. Okay. So, but I think it may not apply for everyone in the room. That's what I'm saying, right? That's what we just talked about too, answering Roy's question, right? So, can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So, we talked about how the job application system works. Now, let's talk about the dating system. One of the first things in the system is it's actually sequential, okay, is a makeover. In online dating, everything is looks. If you don't have looks, there is nothing else. Because the girl is going to judge based on your pictures, and your pictures are your looks. So if somebody tells you that no, looks don't matter, they're bullshitting you. So this is specific to online dating system, but you can also apply to in your real life dating, cold approach, social life is up to you. Right? So fashion makeover. What if you're ugly? That's a fashion makeover. Guys, even if you're ugly, okay, and I think like here is the thing. I don't think anybody is a one here. Like you are that ugly. Maybe you guys are like a 4, 5, like maybe you're like not having good hair day. Fine, you're a 4, right? You can go from a 4 to a 7. I'm not promising that you'll go from 4 to 9. I can't look like Ritik Roshan. Anything I do, I can't look like him. But I can go from maybe like looking like a 5 one day, I'm fat, ugly, I don't brush my teeth, blah, blah, blah. I can go from that to an 8, to a 7, to an extent, right? I didn't have this beard 2 years ago. I look very, very ugly without the beard. With the beard, my attraction scale increases. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'll give you an example of what I mean by increasing your looks. Okay, so there is everything here is called SMV. Okay, it's called sexual market value. This is a little advanced topic, but because Royce is asking it, I'm sharing it. Everything here matters in looks. Okay, this is about looks. Your race. This is for international audience. I'll remove the first point. Your height. If you are at 5'6", you get -1, which is me. I'm 5'6". If your face is average looking, you get 0. Anything better, you get 1. Your body, you're chubby, -2. I'm average, I get 0, right? Tribe, the type of work you do, right? I am an exciting professional. I have my own business online. So I would score myself maybe somewhere around 1. Maybe not. I'm not Christian Grey, but okay, fine. I'll give myself 1 because my work is cool. I post on Instagram, so girls perceive it as high value. Fashion, I would score myself a strong 1.5 because I do well with fashion. I've learned that as a skill. Of all the things in this look, Royce, the things that are green are absolutely in your control. Body, tribe, and fashion. Things that are yellow are kind of in your control. To an extent, you can fix that. You can fix your hair a little bit, get the right beard style, maybe wear the right shoes to look a little taller, all that shit. I didn't know such rating system existed. Girls do this rating in milliseconds, but because we are guys, we are logical, we have to kind of go step by step. But girls are very intuitive. They can see this shit from a mile away. So they will perceive all this, give you a score and put you left swipe or right swipe immediately. They are that quick because they are biologically programmed to do that, right? So for example, I did my makeover, with this suit and all that colors and all that, you can actually look much more attractive than you are right now. Okay. I don't look like this right now, but with the right pictures, you can look really, really good. Makes sense. This is a dating challenge. I mean, dating, class I teach. It's a separate coaching program which I teach. So I'll give you an example of my profile too. If you look at my profile, again, I'm showing that I have a great life. I'm very, busy. I travel. I have great fashion sense. what do you think the girl will do? She'll swipe right. Make sense? So coming back to the system we talked about, my system is first get a fashion makeover. Second, get accessories. Third, grooming makeover, which is what we talk about hairstyle, blah, blah, blah. Hire a photographer. Do a Photoshop in 5 different locations on the same day. Write an online dating bio. Good. Prepare openers. Have good beard. If you don't have one, have good hairstyle, blah, blah, blah. Again, same thing as grooming. Be on at least 3 dating apps, and then make sure that logistics are there to get laid. Like you need to have your space, you need to have your own home, or at least have a OYO, whatever it is, and then patience. It takes 3 weeks to keep swiping and being on, being on their premium, membership to get the results on online. So this is a simple high level. There are many nuances even here. Like Roy said, if you copy this and paste it in your life, it may not work 100%, but with the right guidance from me and people who have done it, you can get there. Okay, so that's an example of a dating system that can work. Now, one of the how to prepare an opener? You sit down and write. Write, like have a hundred, write down 100 and pick the best ones, and try it with your female friends and ask, hey, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? They will rate it and they'll take the best ones and use it. I have 2 openers which work like 50% of the time. That's it. That's enough. 50% conversion is awesome in online dating, right? So you want to focus on the things that work. Now, coming back to the system thinking, I hope this makes sense, guys, that you can get results. Now, coming to online dating, how do I guarantee results in that? I guarantee based on 2 things, your swipes and your consistency. If you swipe regularly every day and you swipe for 30 to 40 days, there is no way you will not get any matches. It's ridiculously statistically impossible with everything that I've told you to follow. Was this useful, guys? By the way, I know we went a little over time because of technical issues also. My apologies. But I want to ask the chat, in the chat, please do share, was this useful? Or we went too logical or too in the head and it wasn't at all useful. So I can switch gears tomorrow also. But I'm sharing very personal stuff to help you understand this shit works. This shit works if you make it work. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm very direct, guys. If you think that's very rude, that's my style. But I don't want to bullshit myself. If I was in your shoes, I would want that. I would want to be told that, hey, you know what? You are bullshitting yourself. I would want that because at least now I know that this person is telling me the truth. I can check in my life. Is it true for me? Yes. Okay, let me fix this. Instead of living in la la land and thinking everything is fine. It's not. Okay, cool. Uh, yeah, so Hariharan, you are kind of asking a loaded question. So his question is, in online dating, we can only find love only by paid members, huh? Okay, yeah. Here is how you want to look at it, Hariharan. Okay, I hope I'm saying your name right. Hiriharan, maybe. Okay. Uh, the way you want to look at it is, there are gonna be always access to women limited by your status. Have you ever noticed, like, if you are at a different income scale and you have access to more, like parties and special events, you get to meet models. But if you don't have a great social life or you don't have a high status in your life, you don't have access to those parties. It's the same thing with online dating. Not every guy can afford that, but the guys who can afford that have access to more women. That's how the world works. All right. And I think like some of you guys haven't even said anything. Avinash, would you like to share anything? What is the most useful thing you got today, Avinash? Avinash, are you there?
Bro, 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, Avinash.
Bro, I'm not like working or something. I'm just a student. But then, yeah, I'm just seeing, how hard it is, to get into proper job and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and somebody was actually, asking a friend of mine. She was planning to go to Stanford. She got a admit from Yale University. She got an admit from Kellogg's, but she wanted to shoot for Stanford, which is number one in MBA. She wanted to go to do MBA. So she was asking me, Sri, do you think it's worth it? Like what Avinash is saying, it's very hard. Do you think I should go for it? Avinash, I would ask yourself one question. Okay, so listen carefully.
Yes.
It is hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Okay, but what if you sacrifice 5 months to 6 months of your life? Just tell yourself 2020 was bullshit. It sucked ass, right? Because it's lockdown, nobody's doing shit, right? Nobody's doing anything. It's so hard, like people are getting depressed and getting killing each other, right?
Yeah,
So it sucks, right? But what if even in this time, anyway, it's gonna suck, anyway, I have to stay home. I give myself 5 to 6 months, I sacrifice everything else in my life. I sacrifice 5 to 6 months for my goal. I told her, my friend, the same thing. I said, what if you hit hard for 4 months and you get into Stanford? Isn't that an awesome outcome? What if you fail, but at least you walk away with a clarity that, boss, I've given my everything and no regrets after that, even if she fails. You see what I'm saying, Avinash? Ask yourself the very important question, guys. Am I willing to give myself, my life, 3 months to 6 months of sacrifice? It's gonna be painful. Just accept that. Oh man, it's gonna be painful. But it's only 3 to 6 months. You're gonna anyway like jerk off, watch Netflix, and waste time anyway. Instagram, watch some ass on Instagram. What is you gonna do? That's it. Are you gonna do anything else? That's it. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna follow Caitlyn Jenner. I don't know what's her name, but not Caitlyn Jenner. What's her Kylie Jenner? I don't know.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner. Okay, bro, one personal question. You
Yes.
told me like you were at the top of the game, like earning around 1 crore, and then you went down. You could pay even your hospital bill. Then what was the motivation from that low you are like today, whatever you are? What was the
Uh,
phase?
motivation,
I mean,
survival,
like whatever.
survival. I don't have money to pay for my bills. I can go to my parents and ask for money. But I was like, dude, I've lived life so high that I can't do this. I can't go to my parents and beg for money. And I know my dad will not give me money because he's an asshole in a good way. Like he's an asshole in a good way. Like he will never support me being lazy. So I had no other choice. Guys, you have choices, you have options. That's why you are lazy. You are comfortable. ये नहीं तो ये चलेगा. No problem. You're comfortable. See, you don't have a girl? Okay, I have porn, no problem. You're settling for fake stuff, virtual stuff. You're settling for PUBG, yes. PUBG nahi hai to COD chalega. Yeah, exactly. You're settling for less. Trust me, I've been a porn addict and I have a girlfriend. In fact, she is in the other room right now waiting for me. Having sex with a girl is way better than porn. Trust me. Trust me. It's worth it. It will be painful. So when I started online dating, it took me 40 days to meet her. 40 days. No results. 40 days. No results means no results. Maybe matches were coming, but no dates, no number close, nothing. So can you be that patient? Keep working on that. Keep on that process goal. The process is more important than the actual outcome. Imagine I gave up on the 39th day. What do you think would have happened? I would not have met her. That's the bottom line. And I know most guys give up Tinder on day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay. And Don is asking, is it okay if I share that question, Don? I think it's not that specific or private. How to implement this system without procrastination every day, even when it feels it's too much painful? Brilliant question, man. In this system, one of the things you want to ask yourself is you can't do it on your own because you've tried it in the past. And I'm not doing any sales pitch here because I know this works. So what I'm doing is I'm going to talk about this tomorrow also in the call tomorrow. But what I do is I teach guys on how to install tiny small habits on a day-to-day basis to follow the system they decided to follow and keep in that system, not deviate. Not be like, okay, there is this new thing coming, there is network marketing thing coming, let me try that. Or there is this new chick texting me, let me waste my time there. When I fix a project and this is my next 60 days, I don't give a fuck who comes. I'm not going to give up that thing. I'll say no to everything else, right? Which is what I'll teach you guys. If you're willing to take that challenge, because that's going to be next level. You thought this 3 days was crazy. Imagine 21 days with me. I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to scream at you to help you. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Right? So that's coming though. I'll announce that tomorrow. But it's not an easy path, Don. It's not going to be an easy path, but it is one-time work. You do it once and it's done. You have implemented the habit system. You have gotten it into your blood. And then you can just repeat that. That's it. It's automatic. Once you make it a habit, it's automatic. Do you really think like, all these awesome sports players, they do it reactively? Do you think Dhoni hits a six because he's so good in reactions? Bullshit. Have you read his book? You know what he said in the book he wrote? He says that people talk to me and say, wow, Dhoni, you're so confident when there is one ball to go and 1-6. We need 6 runs to win. How are you so cool? You know what his answer is in the book? He writes about this. He says, I've been through this so many times in the nets that all my preparation is done. I'm ready for this moment. I've been through this scenario 100 times and he has practiced that shot hundreds of times. So he knows what to do. Yeah, he is Captain Cool, but it's not by nature. It's by practice. It's by getting into it and doing every day, little by little, tweaking it. Nobody sees the practice, guys. We only see the sport, right? We only see the fancy stuff that is happening in the TV, but you don't see him practicing every day when nobody's watching. It's harder to do it alone, Don. That's what I'm saying. It's not impossible, but it's much easier to do it with a support group like this, accountability and my guidance. Are you there? Or did I lose you guys? Oops. I think I lost you again. Are you back, guys? Are you able to hear me? Send it in the chat.
Yes.
So what I was saying is it's not impossible, but it is much, much easier for you to kind of get support and get it done. Right? It's like this, like everybody has a coach. Every awesome sports person has a coach. Why do they have a coach? It's not like they don't know the sport. They just know that it will help them get to their result faster, with more efficiency, with more clarity, with more peace of mind. Right? So that's the idea. And the community support that you get here, because everybody is going to support you, is going to be the next level. And we'll talk more about that. But today I want to focus on getting this into your head that if you want a goal to be accomplished, get the system sorted. And if you don't have a system sorted, then you can't ever get to that goal. Because like if you, Avinash, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. So if you remember the example of the clean room, If I don't have a clean room system, my room is going to look ugly tomorrow. Then I can clean it tomorrow. It's like repetitive. I would rather have a habit system where I'm keeping things where they belong at that moment by moment, movement by movement, right? So that is called a clean room system, right? Same thing here. Focus on the system, guys, not the outcome. You may fluke and get a girl, but can you keep her? You may fluke and get a job. Can you keep that job? That's the key thing here. And once you have the system, imagine if the girl is showing you drama, then you just walk away because you know you can find another girl. That's the amazing confidence that the system thinking brings to your life, which you can't do with goal thinking. Goal thinking is about the outcome. Process is about the day-to-day stuff. That's why Dhoni is so confident, right? Because he knows his system. His system works for him. Cool. Here is what I would suggest. Digest this. We talked about a lot. We'll stop here. Unless somebody has a burning question, we'll stop here because we went exactly 2 hours today. And I think I repelled at least 7 guys. Literally ran away. I don't know if they ran away or they had to do some shit. But there are 17 people. We have 10 people left. The last people standing. I appreciate you staying till now. Really committed. I love your commitment on this journey together. And I think you'll go places, guys, if you just follow what we are talking about here. Okay, and implement and take action. Okay. Cool. Hisham, any final closing thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's been a long way. We started with the wheel of life, where the thing is to identify the points in your life which is like the critical, which is the lowest, which you need to stabilize your life, and then you got to set a system in place which will ensure that you you get that part of life in order. I mean, that is, if I were to say it in one line, what we did today.
Yes, exactly. That would summarize it. Yes. So tomorrow's homework is straightforward. Royce is also saying, please do share the action plan. Take your 2 areas, set the and come up with a system. Even if it's a shitty system, that's fine. Okay, but come up with a system and share it in the chat. Okay, write it down. What are the key things, the process goals we will do? We'll review it tomorrow and wrap it up. Okay. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye everyone.
Thanks, Sri.
Bye.